the keke rider back two people at the two sides in front of the keke.
I will confuse them to come to the market.
Congratulations to the media. You have done incredible work.
In Daniel, it will show you what he does.
The Senate observed that PPP has consistently engaged in underhanding.
Position,
when your brother is producing something and you patronizing your brother.
Listen to Planet's 101.1 FM News at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. with our news in special English at 2:30 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Planet Radio 101.1 FM, revolving around you.
It's the news at noon. In the news, Vice President Kashim Shettima reiterates determination of federal government to ensure adequate power supply across the country. ICPC begins tracking a 500 billion naira constituency project nationwide. CBN raises dollar supply in foreign exchange market, lifts ban on importation of 43 items. On the foreign scene, Israel warns people in North Gaza to relocate to south of the Strait within 24 hours. And sport, Erling Haaland scores twice as Norway cruises past Cyprus to keep Euro 2024 qualification hope alive. Details coming up shortly. Good afternoon and welcome to the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo. I am Rachel David White. We begin this afternoon with the second citizen of Nigeria, Vice President Kashim Shettima, who has reiterated the determination of the federal government under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu to ensure adequate power supply across the country, equally in industrial clusters. The Vice President, who gave assurance during the Agbara Business Roundtable held in Agbara, Ogun State, promised the industrialists around Agbara industrial clusters in the Ado, Odo, and Ota local government area that within the next 4 months, the problem of epileptic power supply to the area would become history. Shettima said it was embarrassing that the Agbara industrial cluster relies on other sources of power supply aside from the national grid, adding that the federal government through the Niger Delta Power Holding Company was committed to ensuring that clusters like Agbara benefit from a cheaper means of generating power in the various factories. Away from that, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Senator George Akume, says Nigerians have to be united for the nation's economy and democracy to prosper. He made this known when he received a delegation from the Forum of former Deputy Governors of Nigeria, led by its chairman, Chris Alozie, in his office in Abuja. According to him, Nigerians must work together for the peace of the country and the development of the democracy and economy. In a separate development, the federal government has launched three policy documents on eye health services in the country. The government said about 1.3 million Nigerians are reportedly blind, and about 80% of the business blindness is from avoidable causes. Speaking during the launch of a policy document in Abuja in commemoration of World Sight Day, WSD, the national coordinator of the National Eye Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health, Dr. Oteri Okolo, noted that the documents are a clear articulation for the eye health sector of a renewed hope agenda and the present administration's drive and commitment to achieving universal health coverage. Alausa said the policy document would build the foundations to deliver change across life course, like access to eye health services for school children through school eye health programs, and establishing the potential to unlock learning for millions of children being held behind. On our business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has said it is raising dollar supply in the foreign exchange market, just as it also lifted the ban on 43 items that were previously not qualified for forex at the official market. The decision reportedly came after the naira tumbled to about 1,050 naira per dollar at the parallel market, following pressure from international organizations and experts. According to the central bank, the action will boost liquidity in the Nigerian foreign exchange market and intervene from time to time, stating that interventions will decrease as liquidity improves. Meanwhile, according to the analysis of Nigerian Foreign Trade Report of the National Bureau of Statistics, from 2016 to 2022, items such as crude palm oil, vegetable products, animal products, meat, vegetable fats and oil, steel products, rubber, plastic clothes, and textiles were imported from various countries. In a separate development, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, says it has completed all arrangements to commence its sixth phase of tracking some fraudulent constituency projects across the country. The Commission specifically disclosed that it would deploy its officers across all 6 geopolitical zones of the country, starting from Monday, October 16th, to track 1,932 projects valued at 500 billion naira. The spokesperson for the Commission, Azuka Ogugwa, who reviewed this in Abuja, explained that the objective of the exercise was to ensure improved service delivery to the people across nooks and crannies of the country. She added that the Niger Delta Development Commission, Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund, Ecological Fund Office, National Health Insurance Authority, and Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, among others, would be focused on. Back here, bill for a law to provide for the management of funds acquiring the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly from consolidated revenue of Akwa Ibom State to ensure accountability, transparency, effective and efficient utilization of the funds and related matters has been read the third time by the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly and passed into law for assent by the Governor of the state, Pastor Omoina. Leading the debate during second reading of a bill with principles of a bill and its imports.
Because I think it is one that won't just have immense benefit to the House, it will have immense benefit to the state. Because a financially autonomous House will be a stronger House to defend the good people of Akwa Ibom State.
In their contributions, members in favor of the bill, led by the Chief Whip Effiong Johnson, followed by the Deputy Speaker Kufra Bastiadidam, commended the features of the bill, adding that it will, amongst other things, make funds available for the Assembly's general legislative functions.
If this bill is passed, it will help members and even the staff of the Assembly. You can see, Mr. Speaker, the ill-habilitated environment, we should accept passing the bill. It will help all of us.
This bill, when passed to law, is going to make funds available for our oversight functions, for our lawmaking activities, for our public hearing, and every other legislative function that most times we struggle to fund, especially training and retraining of the assembly staff and training and retraining of our personal aid.
After a subsequent dissolution of the House into a committee of the whole to consider the bill for third reading, the Speaker Ude Motong made pronouncement of the passage of the bill.
The ayes have it. Accordingly, a bill for a law to provide for the management of funds agreed to acquire with the State House of Assembly from the consolidated revenue funds of Akwa Ibom State to ensure accountability, transparency, effective and efficient utilization of the funds and related matters is read the third time and passed into law. The clerk is hereby directed to communicate them to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State. The commencement date is today, the 12th day of October 2023.
Two other bills were read for the first time, including a bill for a law to amend the Akwa Ibom State Agricultural Loan Law Cap 11 by increasing the amount that may be granted as loans to farmers, corporate bodies and cooperative societies and for related matters. The second bill read for the first time was a bill for a law to amend the Akwa Ibom State Cattle Control and Taxation Law Cap 24 laws of Akwa Ibom State by increasing the amount to be charged as tax on every head of trade cattle entering to state and for other purposes connected thereto. You're listening to the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Oyo. Let's take a breather and then bring you more stories from our foreign sport and entertainment scenes. Do stay with us.
Healthy living begins with the choices one makes. Choosing to live healthy is the first step to healthy living. Join us Sundays 1:30 to 2 p.m. for Healthway. Awareness for healthy choices.
Thanks for staying with us. On the foreign scene, Israel is telling everyone in North Gaza, about 1.1 million people, to relocate to the south of the Strip in the next 24 hours. Meanwhile, an Israel Defense Forces spokesman said the military knew it would take longer than that to move everyone, but blamed Hamas for telling people to ignore the order. Reports say Israel has mustered thousands of soldiers on the border ahead of an expected ground offensive into the densely populated enclave. Meanwhile, the United Nations has called on Israel to withdraw the order, warning of devastating humanitarian consequences. Hamas had reportedly kidnapped at least 150 people and took them into Gaza during deadly attacks on Israel at the weekend that killed 1,300 people. Also, more than 1,400 people have allegedly been killed in Gaza. Some Israel launched retaliatory airstrikes, which has continued. In sport, Erling Haaland scored twice as Norway cruised past Cyprus to keep their Euro 2024 qualifications hope alive and forced Scotland to wait to seal their place at next summer's tournament. The Manchester City striker hit 2 goals in 7 second-half minutes to take his tally, and qualifying to 6. Alexander Scarlett and Frederick Osnes were also on target in Larnaca. Norway faced Spain in Oslo on Sunday, and a failure to win would ensure Scotland's qualification. Starley Solbacken's side are third in Group A, 5 points behind leaders Scotland and 2 points behind Spain, who have a game in hand. Scotland could have secured qualifications themselves with a point against Spain on Thursday, but they were beaten 2-0 in Seville. Meanwhile, Cyprus have lost all 6 of their Euro 2024 qualifiers. On our entertainment scene, famous Nigerian singer Aya Diji Balogun, popularly known as Wizkid, yesterday gave an emotional speech at his mother's funeral. The singer, in a video on social media, revealed that the pain is profound and it hurts deeply. He described the pain as the deepest he has ever felt in his life. It's been the news on Planet Radio 101.1 FM Uyo, but before we go, let's take a recap of the major stories. Vice President Kashim Shettima has reiterated their determination of the federal government under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu to ensure adequate power supply across the country, especially in industrial clusters. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, says it has completed all arrangements to commence in its 6th phase of tracking some fraudulent constituency projects across the country. The Central Bank of Nigeria has said it is raising dollar supply in the foreign exchange market, just as it also lifted the ban on 43 items that were previously not qualified for forex at the official market. On foreign scene, we told you that Israel is telling everyone in North Gaza, about 1.1 million people, to relocate to the south of the Strip in the next 24 hours. And in sports, we reported that Erling Haaland scored twice as Norway cruised past Cyprus to keep their Euro 2024 qualifications hopes alive and force Scotland to wait to seal their place at next summer's tournament. For comment and coverage of a newsworthy event, call our newsroom on 0812 770 2940. Visit our website on planet101fm.ng and follow us on X at planet_101fm. Also like our Facebook page at planet101fm Uyo. The news was edited by Jane Uwa. As we end the news, please visit the nearest police station with any useful information that will aid the swift freedom of core members still held in captivity. I am Rachel. David White. Good afternoon.
Ideas can be life-changing. Sometimes all you need to open the door is just one more good idea, and they usually show up when you least expect them. Planet Radio, an indigenous radio station, came alive when people least expected it. The first ever private indigenous radio station in the great state of Akwa Ibom. Planet Radio is poised to revolutionize radio broadcasting in the Aqua Cross region as an alternative platform of communication.